No, it's okay to all right, all right, all right. Let's all lay off it, just to give him a moment to breathe. You're cool, friend. Oh, oh, Loon. You'll get the hang of it. Don't worry, man. Okay, so we are in November, the fourth week. Oh, that's pog as shit. I like that. Blasphemy 2? The first Blasphemy took like 4 years to make, so I'm super excited that it didn't take that long for the second one to come out, or else I'm mistaken. I just think the production time is a little faster than last time. Could be that. Why not? We'll wait for game night we'll wait for game night to get a better look at it. I think he can decide. Well, no, no, then we got to start the roleplay, dude. We had a moment. We had a moment past game night. You can check if you like to check the VOD. We had a moment where everyone was laughing really hard about something. I'm not gonna bring it up just for sake of brevity and just briefity and just to get us going to the campaign today. Ding dong. No, no, it's Papa John's. I ordered Papa John's. Mm. Okay, don't take their hats. All right, so welcome one and all. I'd like to quickly just ask all the players, how are you guys doing? And I hope you all are well. And starting with Kalis and then walking around. How are you guys? How are you? Great to hear. Evie? Hello. Loon, how are you feeling? Yeah, I know that for Kalis, I'm taking over the role of Vincent Falcone. And I, I know that, what's it called? Alistair and Cynric are going to go. So who is going to be the one I'm taking over? All right. I'm with the classics. And let me take my note real quick about that so I keep that in mind. How are you doing, Danny? Sorry, line. What happened? Eh, not yet. All right. So, we last left off our group finalizing their fourth week activities. To just go over quickly what everyone did, Lance traveled and managed himself to find Solaris. He met with Cyric and Deimos and left a very bad impression on Deimos. In fact, left because of Lance's actions, got Cyric expelled for a month. There was a little bit of lore knowledge that was gained, but I'm not going to go over that. And Cyric and Lance join together. And they get a Cyric joins Lance, uh, where Lance was taken over to. No, sorry, not Lance. Cyric went back to Dockside. Yep, yep. That's a little bit ahead of the schedule, but yes, it's okay. No, you're fine. You're right. You're right. We end up finding just a little bit more details about Falcone's follower, a specific detail about what he fought. My God, I'm itchy. Uh, not a ghost bear, but a bear, a type of bear, yeah, a certain type of bear, but a bear, yes. No, it's not a spirit bear. Squad Goldschlager. Victor was at the Falcone Church and got the legendary relic Black Hound armor and wears it. The group then travels to Travail PD and speaks and meets with Chiron, the quartermaster. I believe we had to keep what's it called, Vincent outside, the Victor outside because he was what's it called? I don't want to say that. He was wearing the legendary armor, and they weren't going to let a relic inside. So he was outside, but still there. Uh, Edmund ended up spending 3,440 gold pieces for two medkits, two clips. One medkit went to Victor. Then the camera then we went back to Lance, who made a call to Yanagata to summon everybody. So we're gonna start the campaign on Saturday morning, the Sunday morning, where all of you are gonna be systematically called by Yanagata, where Lance is telling Yanagata's telling everybody, yeah, Lance is preparing to go to the Nelcru district. Then we go back to Cyric, who returned to Dockside. He finds out that a new person joined the workforce of Dockside. 1,000 gold pieces to the person who remembers the employee. Nope, he's already there as workday. Hotshot, yeah, Hotshot gets the 1,000 gold pieces. It is Saiyan Senpai. Saiyan Senpai joined the workforce of Dockside. I gotta let her know that I made her. Because I like to feature the Twitch chat as different portions of NPC work that's held by certain player characters. Then Cyrus returned back to the Travail Police Department. Alright, and that'll be it. We're going to begin today's session. It is Sunday morning. Let us take a look at the Falcone Church. And I'm gonna bring us to the Falcone Church. Give me 1 second to set the map for that. Why'd I go here? Oh, do I have? I probably don't have Victor's token over there, but let's see. Here it is. Oh, I'm surprised Edmund's not here. Seems a damn bright shine. Seems a mist. Okay, sorry. I think I have everything ready. And I just want to zoom in the camera since it'd be morning. Technically, Falcone, Vincent, you don't need to sleep. But in this occasion, it's just a Sunday morning. What would Vincent Falcone be doing in his quarters? Sunday morning. In your pursuit of knowledge, you've come across several important newspapers that one can find themselves being able to purchase in the lower spire. With the cost of, I'd say, 250 gold pieces, I give you the information because you had bought the newspaper, but it's a quite an expensive newspaper to get to you. It'll have relevant information. Okay. When you have bought this newspaper part of parcel, it's not really a newspaper, but more a collection of magazines and different news outlets from the Lower Spire itself. You learn a little bit more about the Lower Spiral culture and a whole, and a little bit more about the green. You understand that Lower Spire and Upper Spire take the colors as a sort of pseudo fashion style, and it's not supposed to be revered more than just a show of interest, dressing wise. Danny, could you put yourself to what's it called? Push to talk, not mute, just so that we don't have the back your background constantly. Give me 1 second. I'm just taking this note down. Culture. Huh? How the fuck do you spell culture again? One at a time. Sorry. One at a time. Oh, C-U-L. Yeah, there you go. C-U-L-T-U-R. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Took me a second. Don't know why. I just had a big ass brain fart. So you also learned that the green is like all the colors are meant for more fashion. There are certain people who are more zealotous about the colors, and of course make organizations and peerships to it. You find specifically Belphemy seems to be a rather indignious figure within the Green, as as it is advertised that his found that sorry, a really prominent figure in the Green culture, in the green echelon of things. Because remember, most of the newspapers refer to the colors more as a fashion statement. There are only a specific few that go out their way to mention Belfemy or even the cult-like activities that would follow such zealotry of green that he does. But he is a big enough figure to be mentioned. So it's not a surprise that Belfemy is famous enough to be noticed between the upper and lower spires. Dude is famous in being a zealot for the green. Yes. You also learn more about the spiral culture. So as you spend your time reading over the papers, Vincent, the camera panels backwards towards the rest of the church, where eventually Edmund and Victor will appear from. I there wasn't enough time for me to make more of the sleeping areas, but this is where everyone will commune and eventually group up, as Edmund will take you to a bench, or at least you guys are walking into the church area together, Victor and Edmund, in the morning of, I suppose. And you guys, uh, how are your mornings going through so far? Sleeping in the church again. Yes, it is Sunday. Well, you haven't been informed yet. No, fair enough. On that, with your conversation between you and sorry, Edmund and Victor, you take out your cell phone, Edmund, and you note that there is a few messages from Yanagata. Reviewing them, it reads in shorthand. Report to Trivale Police Department ASAP. It's shorthand, just saying to report to. All as serious as possible, but shorthand. Why? What are you yelling? Why are you yelling so loud in the morning? He opens the door. There's a noticeable newspaper in Victor's hand. He looks annoyed. I was reading, trying to do some learning. Shut up. Oh, I can give you a demonstration if you like. And why the hell do I gotta? Oh, right, I am the fuzz. Mr. Skyforce, what? Mr. Skyforce, when can I stop being the fuzz? I look at myself in the mirror. Oh, the puppet's talking to the face. So anyway, all right. So it's just me, you, Redman. What, Victor? You're coming too? I did buy you that fancy black hood and black hound armor. How are you taking a fancy to it? Hold on. If that's the case, where the? Without context, it would look like Edmund's trying to hold back Guts from Berserk from killing another apostle in front of him. Like this world's Griffith. Insert Griffith. So, mhm. Well, I'm glad that the armor works pretty nice for you. I spent a pretty penny and took a pretty big fall of my pride to McKinley. So I'm happy that it paid off. Oh no, no, no! It's nothing about the tournament. It's just about the image. You all have to understand. Now Lance gets to run around with a pretty little belt with his name on it. Watch. We're gonna see him again, and it's gonna say Lance McKinley, and he's gonna be all obnoxious about it. Ah! Takes out the flask and drinks a bit. Hey, why can't I hold all this betrayal? Alright. So, am I driving? You driving, Victor? I don't think you have a license, do you? What in the fuck? Alright, whatever. Broke ass. That sounds like a personal problem, not gonna lie to you. Jeez, well. I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't put my finger on it right now. I think I remember it. I think it's scary. I'm the drunkest. You drive. He drinks again. It is clear that Falcone, no, sorry, Vincent is Falcone Senior. No, I'll just call him Vincent. It's clear that Vincent's actually getting a little in a stupor. I had to check your equipment slots and make sure that you're carrying every item you want for each character. Okay. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Yep. just gotta shift something in your inventory around. Okay, that's correct. So I just updated Falcone's, but right now you have a med kit, you have two AP restoration items, you have one whiskey, and you have a slot for 26 shotgun shells. Is there anything else that you want Falcone equipped with? He's currently equipped with the Amulet of Marzo and Mercy and Forgiveness. He has no artifacts. Okay. Huh? Yes. Okay. Victor's inventory, he only has the one medkit. The Victor. Yeah, Victor only has the one medkit. Mm, nope. Yep. Yes, you bought two. You bought one for yourself and one for him. Yeah, I specifically mentioned it. Don't worry, I got you. Well, hopefully one of your allies may have some more healing items, or you can give one of the AP restorations to Victor from Vincent. He does have two on him. And just for a question to ask in the air, what would you guys find more annoying? Someone talking loudly, or someone who has the ability to stop really hard to shake a whole room? Which would be more annoying to you? Well, which one more than the other? I'm just saying in happenstance in whatever situation. I'm not making one in particular, but just I'll take your opinion about it. Falcone, Vincent dropped one AP restoration and gave one to Victor. All right, and Victor is octo equipped with uh, yeah, I'm gonna have to put the soulbound one here. So okay, so he's equipped with just the soulbound Gravesinger relic. Oh, also the armor. He's wearing the Black Hound. I think we just called it the Black Hound armor. Black Dog Knight. Okay, so Victor's equipped with Gravesinger and Black Dog Knight armor. Yeah, no worries. Mr. Admin, before you leave the church, the Devil's Right Hand, and you're equipped with Through the Night. In your inventory, you have Rare Relic Scrap, First Aid, the 1911 pistol with damage upgrade. You have 4 8x8 mags. You have a bundle of ghost peppers. It has 1 use. Just gonna put usage 1. Birthday cake, 8 slices. Heals either 10 HP or AP. Yep. And you have 2 empty slots. Yep, so I updated the character sheet one more time. We also have a section for you for the ammo. Yep. We have your artifacts, your blessing, and the current debuff that you have. And so, just to go over it one more time, it is a light one. It does not have. It's very circumstantial, and again, it also again helps explain why all the thing entity appears as it does. The one with more bass in their voice, because I literally wouldn't be able to stand them. I hate you, Game Night. I hate you so much. Vincent takes you guys out towards the entrance of the church, and as you guys follow it behind Vincent, he speaks up. So, do you lads like the church? Is it too drafty? I let how does that walk around at night. You know, gotta let him loose a bit a few night times. He wasn't too much of an issue, right? Well, you know, oh, I haven't got a chance, but Derek is a very cool guy. Have you got a chance to meet Derek? He doesn't have a character token just yet. He'll get a portrait very soon. But Derek's been making sure that the church has been kept nice and clean. That the altar is ready for donations. Yes, soul donations. So, you guys leave the church. And the camera takes us back to the main. And you guys will begin the journey of taking, what's it called? The church mobile. Where's my asset for the church mobile? There you are. Victor, Vincent, uh, and Edmund all get into the church van and begin driving to Travail Police Department. With Victor, you're driving, right? He was in the mafia. Yeah, they taught him how to drive. Now hold on just a second. Father taught me just as much as he taught your ass. He taught me the same way too, with the gin and tonic one hand and the what's it called? The highest score in my mind on the other hand. Ah, oh, rest in peace, Don Falcone. Too soon from this world. Have I ever talked to you about the one time with Don, with the father, that We held up the small bakery in East Bay into the van. Oh, fine. I guess I'll talk about it later. Huh? Well, I mean, technically speaking, if there was gonna be a gang and I was involved, then I'd be the head of the gang. You know, by that right, Darius was been in the gang the longest now, and he's still actually being a Falcone. Is what the last time I heard of him. I haven't checked him. Well, I mean, he actually held down the Falcone name. I kind of just kept it because man, I didn't feel like changing it. Plus, I made a nice little bit as a Father Falcone. Now I'm Bishop Father Falcone, and I'm looking to become Deacon Bishop Father Falcone soon. So you guys get into the van and drive off to the police department and begin yourselves to arrive at the police department for pickup. I think majority of everyone else is going to be at the police department. There's only a few cutscenes that we need to have done. Other cutscenes that don't involve a big group of people before the police department, which would involve Alistair in his room, the apartment, and then one last one for Wolf because he's also joining. So Alistair, it's Sunday morning. Yay! The exams that you haven't had much of a chance to join the team. Uh, Thankfully, the team didn't require Alistair too much because he spent more of his time making sure his academics were kept up. You haven't had a lot of chance to get improvements on your relic crafting though. A lot of Alistair's current mind and thought processing has been more to fixing Zector. So you're maintained a C average throughout your college curriculum, but you didn't really gain any bonuses to relic crafting. So you didn't really improve anywhere. However, you did get a chance to look over Zector a lot better and to see the kind of leftover damage that's there. It's going to require 10 legendary rare scrap 10 legendary relic scraps to fix at least the repairing process. Wait, say that one more time? I don't get that. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kalis. Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't catch that earlier, Lou, but you are right. Yeah, makes total sense. So while you're in your room, Alistair, this is the early morning. What would early morning Alistair on a Sunday? Your classes had ended on Friday, and you usually take the weekend off to perform your weekly check in with Zector's body and to see what other progress you can get on fixing him. 100. Alistair, you have a moderate amount of fame. There'd be other classmates that would notice you are part of Squad Zero and would have garnered closer to you just for your fame alone. So there'd be a little bit of adjustment to the D100 roll. But go ahead and roll one for me. This is causality. 33. So, um, in your early morning, Alistair, you managed to call a close friend of yours. Do you have a good name? You have a name? Zeph, Zeph. Oh, Seth. Okay, Seth. Okay. Seth Vondo. No, not Vondo. I already have an antagonist with a name close to that. Seth. Hmm. Seth Rakeskin. Yeah, that's as far as I can get for now. I'll workshop it, but Seth Rakeskin over here has a little bit of the scoop that you're looking for when it comes to what were you looking for again? Yeah, he's able to tell you that there's that if you go over to the Cervantes district and you specifically go to the what's it called? The the imp. What was it called? The imp, stylish imp. If you were to go to the stylish imp and mention this key phrase, and he gives you the key phrase is muddle water. It's a discount, and it'll get you 20% off even legendary purchases. Muddle water is the discount phrase. Where is it for? But where's it for? All right. And after making that phone call, you are surprised that your phone rings as soon as you put down your receiver, Alistair. Welcome back, Evie. You immediately answer the phone, Alistair. You hear, "Hello, is this Alistair? Hi, it's Yanagata. I'm calling you to let you know that I need you back in the office immediately with the police department." All right, great. Make sure you're prepared, and I'll have all your supplies ready. We'll get here as soon as possible. Take a cab if you need to. We'll expense it to you know, the end of month report. And with that, Alistair puts down the receiver. We'll look over Alistair's character sheet one last time, just to make sure he's equipped and has all of his inventory items laid out correctly. Ohio! Okay, so Alistair is currently equipped with Reverie and a shield keychain as his relics. Slushy? Yes, yes, I remember that. I don't remember the name of it. What was it called again? Yeah, it's the rare relic question mark question mark question mark. That one. Uh, and that's the one that we can reduce the cost. But what did you want to call it again? That's what I'm wondering. Audience's blessing. Okay. No, 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 that's just how they communicate. So just add a quick note to it. It's the first AP you use per round. Yeah. So it's called Audience's Blessing. Okay. Yeah. So you have Reverie and Audience's Blessing. You have no artifacts equipped. You're journeyman skilled in relic crafting. You have magic. Question mark? Question mark? Mastery. Your inventory is loaded with 8 items. Are these all the 8 items you want to bring with you? Okay. Alistair puts on what does audience blessing looks like, or is it just like a relic that doesn't really have a form? He clicks them. All right. You can see the stylization of a opera singer in the centerfold of the vambrace, and on the sides it's just other chorus singers making the audience blessing. How's that sound? All right. Alistair makes sure that his equipment's fully loaded and rushes off to get that cab. Let me update your old room to remove put the keychain here. So, like number 4. And I think that was a rare one, right? No, that's an uncommon one, wasn't it? The shield one. Okay. So I just put that into Alistair's room. All right. You had a pistol, you had a shotgun, but you're fine with everything you have on you. Okay. And then Alistair gets his cab, and we go off to our final cutscene as Alistair's making his way to the police department. He'll be about 2 turns ish to get to the police department. The trio from Travail will arrive immediately to the police department. They are literally that close. And the final person to arrive, Wolf wakes up on a Sunday morning. He yawns loudly and stretches on the couch he's been, subjugated to sleep on. Thankfully, the couch has a pull-out bed, so he hasn't been having too much of a problem. He wakes up and notices that he's clung tightly by Bunny, but manages to push her down and keep her resting as he sits up. He stretches a bit. He feels the joints of his body tighten, and the muscles reflex as he stretches. And he feels his jolts of flashes of energy across his body. The rejuvenated state that he's been put in because of the last time he went to the Church of Yellow in West Bay. He's been feeling this supercharged state of mind. He's been having to hold himself back mentally, from jumping up in the air and running in place. He's had that much energy. He's been concentrating it, knowing that he'll have to go back to the Nelcru district. Wolf makes his way over to the bathroom and begins to use the bathroom. And as he's taking a leak, that is of course when fate calls. He looks over at the phone and has to let it ring 4 or 5 extra times. Bunny stirs in the background, and Lance's mom stirs in her sleep, muttering, "Someone pick it. Someone pick the phone up." Finally, yeah, Wolf quickly washes his hands, rushes over to the phone on the 6th ring, and picks it up. The McKinley residence. Hey, is this? I'm calling for a Wolf. Did I get the name right? I am Wolf. Yes. Oh, Yanagata Stummers. I was told to call you. I need you to get to the Trail Police Department. Lance is gathering everybody. He said everyone would understand. Wolf looks grim. I I understand. Great. Go ahead and order yourself a taxi to get here. We'll pay you back for the Travail to Police Department budget. Don't worry, we'll cover it. Okay. Wolf looks over at hangs up the phone and looks over at the hallway leading outward. I'm sometimes it is not when you know when you are never ready for when fate calls. The only thing I can truly do here and now is brace myself and fight as well as I can. Bunny sits up. Huh? What's wrong? Uh, Bunny would be nude, but because this is a Christian stream, it'd be blackbarred. Wolf looks over concerned and goes, "Your clothing." Oh, covers herself with the bed sheet. What was that call for? I have to go to this. I have to go back to the Nelcru district. Oh, it's already that time? Lance is gonna be there? Yeah, he's gonna be there. Lance said that he is gonna get a couple of other friends with him. We had to tackle some sort of shadow. We barely got out of there the last time, you know. Yes. She sits up concerned. Are you you're gonna make sure you're gonna come back, right? Touching Wolf's cheek. He smiles and grabs her hand. I promise. I will do my best. After all, Wolf stands up. I really don't want to miss out on a life with you, Bunny. Bunny blushes. Wolf looks away with a smile. Wolf then begins preparing to leave to Travail. In his inventory, he is going to take two of servings of Lance's mom's homemade cooking. One was given to him, and then one was given to Lance. They fucking. Wolf has no artifacts, no relics, but he has two servings of Lance's mother's homemade cooking. And with that, he packs his bag. He takes like each player has their metaphorical bag. It literally is like a JRPG. I'm telling you guys. Just disappears somewhere, but you can access it instantly. And he begins to take the longest trip to get to the police department. He'll be 5 turns late. So, with the Sunday morning as it is happening, we go back to Lance now. Lance waking up in his dormitory within the Squad Zero beating hall. Lance, yep, roll 1d100 for me. Causality appears. Lance! Ah! No, I love that shit. But Lance, as soon as causality appears, it fades as it appears. Can't tell you, can't explain it. Anyway, Lance, you wake up. You had a fairly decent dream. It was of you eating in a contest. You thought you won, but then an elephant started cheating. There might be some sort of metaphorical simile here, but you just can't put it together. Especially when the penguin started to do Sudoku. Mhm. It's the golden plate. In the center of it would have a control panel. It's made up of about 12 different keys, and each of them have different letterings. They're enough to interface with the small platform screen. It would be just as advanced as a uh, looking at a graphic calculator. No, no, can't say that. I'm sorry. I can't let that. I can't let that sort of moment happen. It's just supposed to be a more relaxed, ordinary morning. You waked up from a weird dream, and I rolled for causality. Huh? Yeah, he's feeling. I know, totally stressed out with the current battle coming up ahead. Yeah, there's a lot weighing on his mind. I totally get it. Lance weighs over the options of everything that he just triggered into motion. He knows that his friends are going to arrive. He knows that each of them are going to, bring their best A game, but that even with all of their firepower, there could still be a chance that one of them may not come back. And it'd all be on Lance's fault. Or it'd be Lance's death. Hmm? Well, you don't have any inventory items. Yeah, you would have it. You would at least have it on the table of your room, of your dormitory. They don't have anything to hang it up just yet for you, but they're working on a wall mount for the belt to have on a wall for you. It's pretty heavy, so they couldn't just do it immediately. But when you pick it up, Lance, uh, you want to go over what it says on the front of it? No, no, explain the whole flavor text. All that's mounted on that belt, and you click it on around your waist. When you walk out to the conference room, you see that Steiner is sitting on the phone, and he sees it, he's talking to somebody. He looks over and notices that you've woken up and holds his finger up to keep you, paused while he's talking. He goes, "Yeah, Alistair, I need you to make sure you get to the police department, okay? Yeah." Lance has said that you'll understand that we're calling everyone in. All right. Get a taxi if you need to. Lance. Cyric looks over. No, sorry, not Cyric. Yanagata looks over at Lance. Good morning, Lance. Yanagata is sitting in his usual spot at the table, the very far end of the table. There is a clear spot where he doesn't use a coaster. So there's a clear spot on the table where he keeps leaving his coffee stained mugs. And there's of course a coffee stained mug right now sitting on that very spot. Yanagata has several other paperwork piled around him. Nothing that I can pry out of it. There's no sort of activity that I can trace anymore. Whatever happened the first time that you guys went there, it has basically sealed them up like a turtle. They've gone radio. The district itself has gone radio silent, and we're talking. I Because of my connections with the market district now, I've been able to tap into some of the police reports, or at least I've been able to look into transactions that happen even under the table. But even with all the length of work that I can put myself through, I still couldn't find anything from the Nelcro district. We're talking, I was able to find out that the market district was actually being bought out those anima users to go to the Nelco district, just as much as for penial purposes. Well, that's not all. There were way more people than you think that were sold out to the Nelco district. Not as of recently, but I think you might have not understood the gravity of the situation. You see, according to my reports, there's at least transactional periods of at least 300 or 400 excess people for the market district alone. Not anima users, just regular people. The paper trail doesn't lead me anywhere to that information. I can only dig up what. Hmm? He shakes his head. I'm sorry, the spiral took most of the evidence. They sent the squad SAT over here. I had a chance to meet with their leader. A eccentric fellow. Blind. I didn't think they would choose such a person for the lead of their squad. Wait, you mean the beast that terrorized Travail? He killed it? Oh, damn. Wish we had his firepower with us. Speaking on your father, do you know anything? And then before he gets a chance to continue, Cyric, you come into the scene. You had been sleeping in one of the guest rooms, but you would come in during the conversation, but waking up, of course, to the morning yourself. Good morning, Cyric. I trust that you slept well in the guest room? Alright, well, there's coffee and bagels if you want. He offers what's there. There's also some donuts, but I like the sprinkled ones, so leave it. No, don't touch them. Oh, yeah. I did a little bit of light research after hearing his name in the spiral, when you were at the Anima tournament. Gawain McKinley, correct? Well, what little, because some of the paperwork trail actually had some information regarding Gawain McKinley being involved, at least in the selling process or writing his name off on some of the receipts of the transaction, the human trafficking. No, I just wanted to tell you the news. You don't have to come up with a name right now. Right? You can come up with it later. Is Candor? Say it again. ESCL DOS. Escalados. So that means they're going to be probably tightly lipped about what we're going to do, or at least are involved in what's going to happen next. Cyrus, do you have any? Oh wait, hold on. Juniper walks in. Hey, morning everyone. Uh, yada. We have a phone call coming from downstairs. We got a few people wanting to come see you immediately. It's three people. One twink wearing armor, another twink standing next to him, and the well, that's a demon twink. Yeah, of course. I'm just fucking with you guys. I'm just fucking with you guys. No, it's. Well, I forgot the cowboy part. I'm sorry. But no, Edmund and the Falcone brothers. Oh my God, it's perfect. The Falcone brothers. The Falcones. Yeah, there you go. Edmund and the Falcones have arrived. Yeah, one's a demon. I mean, that's what they keep saying. No, it's brothers, I think. Well, I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna have them send them. No, he canonically never met Victor. Yep. So, um, Yada, they need your permission to let them in. Oh yeah, give them my authorization. But tell the Falcones to keep themselves on a tight leash. We don't want anything. We don't want them to spook the staff. Okay, I'll let them know. And the cutscene would go to the Falcones and Edmonds standing at the entrance of the police department. There's the receptionist lady looking rather concerned, looking at the two Falcones, one wearing armor and one being a demon, and Edmund being the cowboy that he is. Just a moment longer, guys. I'm sure that we're just waiting for Yanagata's approval if it's gonna be true or not, okay? She looks really nervous. No, I get you. No, I get the. Sorry, the demon doesn't look like the ID photo. We'll have to have that updated. Um, you work for a different police department and you've already been here, so you're fine. You can go through. But the guy wearing the relic, we can't just let relics walk in. Roll for a charisma check. Roll for a charisma check. Oh, okay. I was gonna say that she's aware that there are relics in this world. But yeah, no, it wasn't high enough. You definitely needed a crit. Anyway, yeah, I get you. But anyway, the word will come down at least to, they'll clear you guys through to let you all pass. So they let you through the center, and you guys arrive on the second floor. Because the first floor is the ground level. First, second, no, first, second, yeah. On the second floor is where the meeting hall is for Squad Zero. You pass over the obnoxious sign again, and Vincent looks at it for the first time. Oh, what the bloody hell is this? They had a cardboard cutout of Lance now? He glares at it. What in the buff? What in the undescribed hells is this? Lance, you can hear the screaming. Lance, where are you? I gotta shove something so far up your ass. Vincent picks up the cardboard stand and walks in with it. He tears it in half. I wish it was less metaphorical, Lance. He drops it. I really wish it was. You find that the cardboard material is actually made of really nice quality. It is a shame it was broken. Vincent takes his Vincent takes his seat on the table, putting his feet up, going, "All right, what sort of business are we involved with, Lance?" So what? I woke up early for nothing. I mean, yeah, to be fair, I haven't slept. I've been finding my time with myself with a lot more time than I've ever imagined I had. Oh, haven't I introduced you yet? Hold on. The Falcone, the senior defense in Falcone you love, is have his entourage. My younger brother, donning beautiful black demon armor, Victor Falcone. You want to come and say hello, Boy Scout? It's a modest. It's a modest meeting hall. Sorry, go ahead. go fuck yourself, Lance. I'm not uncooperative. I'm gonna get that immortalized like a relic or something. He did the one time when I was weaker. Could have killed me then. Could killed me now, can you? Winks. So the great story is that once upon a time, Lance drove a bus into the Gridiron Police, no, sorry, Gridiron prison, and hit me, which the gate was not locked, and it hit me, and was going to explode on me. I barely got out. No, no, no. Actually, 2 months. Oh yeah, totally, Lance. I rolled a charisma check for Falcone. You look at where is it? There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna look at Falcone's charisma. Eight. He rolled a 5 for his charisma check, but unfortunately, actually, Lance, give me an intelligence check. Roll at that at a yeah, just roll that regularly. Yeah, no, you're on. Yeah, Falcone is unable to convince at least Lance himself that the gaslighting's working on everyone else because no one else was there. But Lance, you know for sure that you didn't do it. There is no second guessing it, at least. It is what it is. Yeah, technically, because there's no real captain for the squad zero. Everyone's you just met him. I I mentioned that. Ah, yeah. Well, I forgot the Goldslogger part. Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. Both are part of the another police department. I'm sorry, I forgot that part. Yada gotta claps. Congratulations on finalizing being a captain. Vincent sits back. Oh boy, there was a time. What? Oh hey, wasn't he talking shit about us? What was his name? And Falcone thinks about it for a bit. Gonna make a Falcone roll an intelligence check. Vincent. Yeah, Plutaris. That's the name. Huh? What? What? What are you all getting mad about? I just said the guy's name. oh, oh my god! I so much want to make another D12 roll to see if no, but I'll stop the bit because he'll be smart enough to understand. Oh, I won't say it, but we just. Hmm? Yeah. No, I mean, I kind of. I've heard your heartbeat before. You sleep before. A lot bad. That's sonar. You got a problem with that, Lance? Huh? Vic, I think he wants to scrap with us. Vincent stands up. Oh, Yana gotta looks confused. Huh? You Falcone brothers, you sure are contentious folk. Vincent takes out the notebook. I'm writing his name in the book of the Dutch. Victor look the Vin, not Victor Vincent. Yana looks really concerned. Man. Well, Steiner, I also want to make sure you guys are introduced to my squad at least, since you aren't familiar. My name is Steiner Yanagata. I'm the squad lead for Squad Zero. I'm the head detective, and I'm a lieutenant for Travail. My assistant, and also squad member to Squad Zero, is Juniper. Hi there, I'm Juniper. Mm, Sergeant. Bang! she winks. So I'm the head detective for the department at Travail. So I have skills specializing in that and firearms. My anima is Alexandria. I only want to reveal so much of it, but I have the ability to at least lock down up to up to one target. I can only lock down one target, but I can remove one target's anima powers. I'm also stuck in my anima's stuck in that place. Yes. Oh, we speaking of the Murdoch, he was rushed. Actually, uh, who wants to take causality? D100. D100. Yeah. So so Yana gotta wait. You guys just mentioned Murdoch, right? You just reminded me. I found some reports actually of Murdoch. He takes out a report. Yeah, no, Murdoch was rushed to a medical facility. First, it was from the Cervantes district. Then it was rushed to another medical facility in Gambino district, and then it went to Aristotle district. Then it falls off the grid. So there's a great chance we're gonna fight a reanimated Murdoch. No, 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 no. Out of character, as a DM. No, hold on. Out of character as a DM, so it's not player knowledge. All Eyes made a deal with Mr. Hall, but Murdoch was say, but yeah, you guys as the players don't know that. But now you guys know that Murdoch's body was now being manipulated by an outside force, pulling it towards your Nelcru district. Yeah. You're hooked on a feeling. So who's asking? Cyrus? Okay, go ahead. Steiner looks really concerned. Yeah, that doesn't sound good for us. When you say that from the ceiling and it falls from the ceiling as the ceiling panel falls with it. Ah! It falls onto the table and a pygmy appears. Ah! What? No. How much are you gonna pay me to say that? That's to say I won't say nothing. Ah! Ah! When you grab it, admin, there's a weird sensation. So this entity, this thing that you just mentioned, calling it pygmy, it is about it is about 4 inches in circle circumference. It's a perfect sphere. It has two small nubs on both sides and elongated feet at the bottom. It has featherless features, but when you grab it, it feels light as a feather. You're grabbing onto it, and it feels like you're grabbing onto the silkiest, smoothest thing you've ever touched. It is complete contradictory to its current features. Ah! Let it go! Let it go! Ah! Ah! Yeah, I know. What? I know. I get it. Give me a second. Uh, uh, 1 second. Sorry. I just want to get a token for representation, and since this is the closest model that I have, and I don't feel like making one, essentially, that's the closest you'll get to its representation of the pygmy. Ah, okay, so check this one out. And a large silver magnum appears from the large barrel of a large magnum appears from its fur. Now listen here. I'll answer your one. Oh, shut up, everyone. I'll answer your one question, Mr. Edmund. No, you see that there's a magnum at your chest. Yeah, no, I'm faster draw, buddy. You're gonna let go of me after I answer your question, and I'm going to leave harmlessly, or I'll good. I'm a pygmy. I don't know what I am. Congratulations. He points. You see that the barrel just moves immediately towards Lance's head. How much are you gonna pay me? How much are you gonna pay me? If you want the knowledge, how much are you gonna pay for it? Before you blurt your amount, do you want to consider your conversation with your group? It is a lot of money. It's gonna blow a bullet in one of your chests if you ask another question without paying. You hear the magnum. One more fair negotiation. It's gonna start firing. Nope. It doesn't want. It's not high enough. It's not. It does not satisfy with the amount of gold you give him. It needs more. Only one more question. And that was it. So Lance is for 7,000. Edmund, do you want to beat him for 7,000? There is no more betting from Lance. Then you're asking your own question. Yeah, that's fair. Ah, it's already hostile. The pygmy's hostile. What do you want me to say? All right, 7,000. Nope, 7,100 sold to Edmund. Deal. He points the barrel back at Edmund's chest and puts the gun back into the fur. Let go of me and I'll answer it. It happens. Narrative speak. When you let go of the pygmy and put it down on the table, it puts the gun's already gone. All right. So you wanted to know what exactly? He takes the money from you. Nope. There was a draft name, but it didn't stick. Yeah, but I wanted to abbreviate it to all eyes. So, to be clear, what you asking is a very sensitive information. You know how the name works in previous involvements, and you already know your own personal debuff admin. Are you sure? Is my final question. You were busy with the tournament and all those details. I'd make you roll a causality check, but you're not going to roll this time. Uh, Kalis, could you roll D100 for us? Kalis? Okay, then who has it? Yeah, for now, just to keep us going. Oh no, he's four. He rolled a four, so that is a great success. So bring me back to the narrative, Evie. Yeah, okay. So you didn't. So it wasn't till the end of the tournament that you kind of spent more time paying attention to All Eyes. And remember, there was this influence of prismatic fumes everywhere, so chronological timing made it really weird and difficult to remember. So all the details of the tournament are kind of like skewed up outside of it. The Kabuki theater was semi-canon, semi-not because of the influence. You tapping into this causality and through the influence of another player are able to look into this fold. All of you have made your very own D100 checks, and going forward, I wanted to introduce just an easier way for you guys to touch into the roleplay in different ways. I'll only allow you to do it once a week, and it's usually going to be an out of combat thing. Yes, it is just a way to either manipulate the roleplay in your favor and or try to go at an angle that couldn't be perceived. What was the artifact of causality? Yeah, yes. Yeah, so yeah, that would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? As you guys continue had your influence, had Lance being literally here as even well, whether he wants to admit to it or not, you are the avatar of the silver of the of that artifact of causality, the apocalypse sun. It is not directly because of Lance, though. It is just for narrative speak to make it a little easier for all of us to have a little bit more fun with the campaign, as you can see, as I've been trying to do. They will work sometimes, and they won't work sometimes. There are no modifiers that go to causality. It is just a flat DC according to what I feel is the DC necessary to pass it. Sometimes it'll be higher, sometimes it'll be lower, depending on circumstances I deem. Any case, you ask the pygmy specifically. You notice that. Sorry, at the end of the tournament, when it came to the symphony, when everyone was rounding things up, you noticed that Novus walked away. There was a whole cleaning crew where Murdoch's body was. You note that Novus walked towards Murdoch's body, or at least the coroner and the people handling it, and Novus began speaking with the coroner. When he was doing that, All Eyes was sitting on his shoulder, spooking out all the pygmies nearby as they fled the scene. They did not want to be near All Eyes. Ye- What do you mean you're kind? How dare you? He slaps you with his little hand. You take one emotional damage. Huh, that's nice. You know what's weird? You don't know my name. He finishes a little bit more of that donut. No. Who was there? No, yeah, there was contract work. Yeah, we were hired. None yo. Because that wasn't the question that was asked. He pulls out the magnum. Can we get to the question? Okay, that's a little racist. It's still not a question. You're describing something, but I can vaguely make out what you're making up. But what is it you're asking? You're asking me what? Why am I terrified of a shadow that looks like me with yellow features? He looks at the seven. The pygmy looks at the 7,100. He looks back at you, Edmund. All right, listen. I'm gonna level with you, Chief. You gave me a good amount of gold, and I don't want to be that guy in the room. So I'm gonna break it. No, I need to know. It helped me a lot more to know a name, title, something. The pygmy shrugs. Huh? No, not as canonical as we can all speak. All Eyes has never been addressed anything else but All Eyes. I mean, yeah, because we had that as a thing that happened to him. No, no, we said that there was a thing that was just like a feature on your body. But yes, it would be. Oh no, 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 no! That was gone. Yeah, that left with All Eyes. You still have your wound. Gotta hold stands up. I disagree. Listen to me. We have the element of surprise. At the very least, we can roll up with them not knowing we're coming. Who knows what kind of garrison they're gonna hold when we actually know we're coming? Black lightning. All right, look, buddy. I really can't help you. I don't have the answer. I'm sorry. Well, yeah. So here's the options. I'll give it to Edmund to take the choice because Edmund spent the money. The pygmy looks at Edmund and goes, "I got you an offer. You can either let one of your allies ask a question to me, or I can give you a piece of information I think you might be worth 7,000 pieces." It's not specific. I'm not promising no gossip of current events. Mhm. Okay. Now, hold on. Let's leave it. Has anyone else got a question? He looks around in case for Victor has a question, if he's interested. Cyric, he might be interested. Well, wait, hold on. At least hear him out, Danny. Sorry, Cyric. What do you want to know about Novus? What do you think the pygmy might know? Well, let's let's jump off let's jump off his idea for a second. This pygmy popped from the ceiling, all stealth-like. What if you just spend the money as make him a scout and send him forward? Well, look, listen, I'm gonna be fair with you guys. I don't have the original answer and I already took your money, so I feel honor bound. I'll do my best. Ah, well, he gets caught, Pygmy ends up losing the money and dying, and you guys don't get the information. You guys can find 7,000 gold lying somewhere. Now, man, listen, I'm willing to do it. Well, no, now we leave it the choices to the group. How do you guys feel about the choices? You can ask about Lance's intuition about the primordial color and asking the pygmy about the connection between that. Or you guys can let the pygmy go forward and go scout for you guys in the Nelco district. Potentially gain one piece of information before you go into combat. No, it's up to the group now. Edmund also paid for this, so Edmund can decide. He said he wanted to put it towards to the group to ask a question. Now there's just the option of either sending the pygmy to a scout or asking Lance's question. All in favor of asking the question? Everyone in favor of scouting? Huh? What's around? Wait, get away from me. Okay. Now, before I go, I'm gonna give you two last options. Do you want me to be? Do you want me to get as much information as I can, but it's the most risky option, or do you want me to come back alive? I got the least amount of information, but I'll do my best to come back alive. Hmm? No, you're leaving as soon as your group gets together. Yeah. All right, Alfred. Hey, I know Eddie. Nah, he's just a cool guy. Yee. Hey, I know you guys reversed the pygmies. That's kind of cool. What the fuck? Are you like playing a trading card game with our names? What the hell, man? All the names you mentioned, by the way, start pouring through the windows and the ceiling. Hey, how's it going, guys? Hey, hey, what's going on? The mechanic opens the door. I heard somebody needs an oil change. No, Derek is the cab driver, another cab driver. In character, because this is just kabuki. This is borderline kabuki with the rest of these pygmies. And it's borderline kabuki at this point, but the pygmy question is still being it is like can be answered. Well, I mean the scouting that he's doing. So is he doing a cautious? He's coming back alive, right? All right. What? What? Okay. The pygmy flees. Ah, he takes the panel and puts it back, and so Alfred goes out for scouting. So while the pygmy puts back the plate, Alistair has made his way through the police entry and has arrived. Hey guys, how's it going, everyone? Uh, hey, what, Edmund? Hey guys. So, I didn't think we have so many people here in the meeting hall. Yeah, they talked about it. Remember at the tournament? I believe so. I mean, at least it would have been mentioned that. No, actually, no. I don't think Alistair did get the chance to. No, but it would have been. No, what about during the silver? Yeah, yeah, during the silver. Welcome back, Kalis. Kalis, you come back to just to more of to more of the group arriving. Victor. Now it's Alistair who arrives. Alistair being a college boy, and behind him has the floating magician, Showtime. They're floating. Hey, look, circumstances required it, okay? And don't remind me. I think we're gonna have to reuse that power soon too. He looks a little worried. Hey, Cyric. He waves over at Cyric. Lance. He waves. Hey, Vincent. Whoa. Hi, Vincent. Nice outfit. He nods. Alistair. Good boy. Precious boy. Wait, you're joining us, Alistair? Ah, shit, I don't have another piece of armor. Victor, can you share with Alistair? I don't want the good boy to get hurt. What do you mean cars? It was the thing we were driving, okay? And I don't really want to get into it, but I found a way somehow using my dad's research notes. And, geez, the whole event is important, you know? It was a test of my power, but I get what you mean. We're pressing in matters. I get it. I can produce one. Hmm? I'm gonna be 100% with you, Lance. I don't have that kind of information anyway. Who took the time to do cartography? We haven't had anyone go into the Nelco district since the tournament. Since the last time we all been there. Well, hold on. Yeah, exactly. Explain the whole story at least. Well, Heroes League. As you say the word Novus, he produces a picture of Novus. I point the camera at the token of Novus. Novus in this picture is at his youngest. Not youngest, but he is at a moderate age of his life. I would say around 20s, early 20s. As this is a picture of him at the earliest that Lance could find, and the only one that is most widely used in the spiral net when you search up Novus. This is Novus receiving a reward for the lower spire. It's a ceremony dedicated to his technology breach in technologies with bio enhancements and robotics. As again, him, Kaysen, and Dr. Wireless are considered the three founders of robotics. Yeah, Alistair makes up. Yeah, Dad left behind a robot for me actually, Stellaris Umbra. My last name's Kaysen. Well, I know where Dad's always been now. I wish he stayed more in my life. He was a good man for the time he was there. That's why I came chasing after him when I got old enough. The ring that's memento to my father, yeah. Which one? Sorry, say it again. That's also not that relevant at this point. All he knows is that he used to spend his fondest memories was his father spending quality time watching over a prairie field out in the district, the very far fling Melbrook, small city town folk. It's like really the most hillbillyish here would be Alistair, because he's the most country person here. The only reason that he is so well studied is that Dr. Kaysen himself tutored his son while he was young. And then Alistair had a hankering for learning and then continued it on his own accord. He followed after his father as soon as he could. When he got, what education could be provided in the local town of Melbrook, he went then to Spiral City, starting our adventure. Yeah, it's always been just part of the family. That's why I took up relic crafting. Speaking of which, if you guys ever need me to craft anything for you, I can do it. I have a workshop, my personal one. I mean, you guys have to get the material for me, of course. I'm not gonna do it I'm not gonna pay for the materials, and I might charge a little extra just for my knowledge, but nothing too crazy. I promise you, better deals than you'd find on the street. Friend discount and all. Alistair smiles. How's that, Loon? How do you feel about that? Okay. Nope. I'll move them out. Sorry. Hold on. This thing can make deals. I'm the only one that's making deals around here. Speaking of which, I have a few open slots for followers if anyone wants to join for the power. Pursue the demonic energy. I'm your man. Juniper speaks up. Isn't that the pharmaceutical area that was in the Belgrade district in the report? I, I'm well aware. I read it. It was you. Just clarifying the details off of you, Edmund. But we are fighting that thing, aren't we? Each of the victims had to tell Edmund that specifically, Edmund Miles, I know what you did, and I'm going to die for it. Edmund Miles, I know what you did, and I'm going to die for it. I don't know what remember what they said exactly. What did they say then? I mean, well, no. The thing is, he organized it. It didn't happen immediately. It happened at the end of the day. Hold on. He happened at the end of the day, and he had them all lined up. Hmm. I'll have to rewatch the VOD for it because I'm sure I used other details, but I'm just going to roll with this for now for your headcanon, as you seem adamant about it, and I don't want to press further. So yes, again, I'll look over the VODs and go over it. So they were screaming and died of the head exploding. I get that, and I'm going to roll with it for you. So, uh, Juniper, Steiner, and who else do I have control of? Oh, Vincent's leaning and interested. Uh, who else do I have? Alistair, yeah, all of them look gaffed. Just, that's really tough to take in, Alistair mutters. That's, huh, that's, gotta, that's, that wasn't in the report specifically. Yeah, the report seems to cut out some of the information. It just blanks off and then repeats, it continues afterward. Edmund, you've been a part of this influence enough times to notice that writing it down is impossible, but verbally seems to be no issue. You can only transfer certain information verbally. Recordings of it don't count. Yeah, you can go ahead. Huh? No, it's not. It's not. It's influencing on you. It's more like it's just its thing. Yeah, vague. Yeah, leave it. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, sorry. You're right. Leave it vague. Juniper. Uh, sorry guys. 1 second. I'm getting a call from the receptionist. Huh? A large hairy guy? Yanagata looks over. Yeah, Lance. I. Who is it? Who is he? Is there more to him? Why are we going to just let this stranger in, Lance? Fine, bring him in. Uh, they're insisting to have you come down and escort him. Fine. Steiner stands up. God damn it. Walks down. And about 5 minutes would pass. Not 5 minutes. More like 2 minutes would pass. Just enough if you guys have any questions between each other. Sorry, Danny. Hold it, Danny. Loon, what you're gonna say? All silver. Aye. Well, we followed the boulevard and we made a quite the show, don't we, Lance? Aye, Derek's a quite good man. He is quite. I might go back. Try to get me some more followers. And as on cue, okay, your friend, he's all pale faced. He's here. Tall fellow. You could have at least warned me, Lance. Like a giant wolf guy. That would have been nice. Yes, I am Wolf. Wolf nods at everyone. Hello there. New faces, new scents. Are we all friends? Oh, Lance. I. Friends a stretch of a word, but I consider him an associate. Say ye, brother. What you say, Victor? And not much of a talkative mood my brother is tonight. Armor made him all stiff. Wait, Miles. You mean Johnny Miles' son? The guy that was on the VHSs in the movies that we've been watching with Bunny? Huh. Your father's an asshole. Oh, that's actually interesting. You got your father's stance, but something about it. Much cleaner in movement. Your father more showsy. Yes, the plan. What exactly is going to happen for Nelcru? And all of you know that are you are helping me to find Bunny and me a medicine for us. Yeah, Wolf is looking at the Wolf would look at Sarah like that is a lot of a person. How did you get that big? I was modified to be this big. Yeah. Oh, no worries, little one. I have another bunny at home. Yep. Yada gotta smokes a bit. I do have a bit of proficiency in driving. It comes with my detective skill. I can use my detective skill in place of driving, so be grateful that I got some experience as a detective. Hmm? And hold on. And your Juniper, the sergeant here. There's a reason why I'm sergeant here. I'm one of my skills is heavy weapons expert. Oh yeah, I already read the receipt, and I'm excited to use the new modified cannon. Yep, Chiron gave us only four. Nope, I'm taking four. Yep, those are mine. Vincent raises his hand. Oi, I want to speak to Kaidan. What? Yeah, I want to speak to Kaidan. I need a good wire. Something to pull my enemies in and keep them a little intimate like. Or am I speaking out of character? Am I speaking too forwardly for you, player character, Kalis? Cool. Alright, good. As long as that's squared away. Canonically speaking, the time is now 7 o'clock. There would be lunch served. Any particular foods that the players would want? Sandwiches, pizza, bear, dunk. There'd be two of those. There'd be double that order for you. So two Philly cheesesteaks and two apple ciders for Steinrich. Alistair would take a healthy bowl of a healthy bowl of salad and a yogurt snack. Sure, we'll have him with a pair of California rolls, 6 of them. Edmund, Yanagata would be eating what's it called? He has a very nice Wendon store that he likes to go to. That's authentic Japanese ramen. Fine, he's eating out of top noodle ramen box. That's even better. Finest in Travail's Market. It's definitely, but it's definitely coming off the police department's budget here, not yours. Vincent Vincent would take the time as you guys would be eating to go talk to Chiron about the garrote wire. More interest, not needing to actually eat, but taking more of an interest in his other affairs. Vincent would roll. Vincent, not Victor. Vincent would go down to Chiron and visit him for the garrote wire. Oi, you're the quartermaster they call Chiron, right? That would be me. Yes. Chiron looks like a mixture of merchant from Resident Evil 4 and he just wears a gas mask that's like the plague doctor. He's more hunched also. What can I help you for? Alright, I'm looking for Grat wire. Would you happen to have any in stock? Let me go check for you. That is a rare item, so I'm gonna have to make you roll a D100. Kalis, do you want to roll for the D100? Ah, I'm sorry. That luxury item is not in stock. I could request one within a week. I know that you're with Squad Zero. Yeah, put it on a week. At least do it that for me. Great. It'd be 15,000. 15,000? Now hold on. Can't I use my fam or something? Mr. Sky voice? Again, I speak my hand to the puppet. I look back. Why do you make me do these things? I speak back to through Chiron. Look, I know you really want it. Sorry, Chiron. I understand that you really want this. How about this? I'll charge you 8,500. Just because I know Squad Zero is quite famous. Kalis, are you willing to pay 1,500? Wait a week for the grot wire? Okay. Vincent puts down the 8,500 gold pieces. Chiron hands him a receipt, and Vincent makes his way back up to the group while they're eating lunch. Wolf would definitely get several helpings of just literally steak, the rawest it can possibly be. Juniper is eating a very healthy selection of nuts, in a salad with yogurt as well, kind of mimicking what's it called? Alistair. Yeah, because she's an actual rabbit. She's just pauses mid bite. Uh, what would Victor also? What would Victor order for lunch? I'm sorry, I forgot to ask. Uh, what would Victor order for lunch? I forgot to ask you. I'm sorry. Fine, it'd be just a order of sushi. Sure. Yeah, that'd be fine. I'll move you back into spot. It's okay. No worries about that. Okay, so everyone has enjoyed their lunch. Victor returns back to the group, and the conversation continues about the. That's sort of about right. Vincent sits back down, looking rather annoyed. Did I miss anything? Oh, great. Nothing important then. You no, you said it. Are you ready? Roll a D100. Edmund, go ahead, roll. Go ahead, and you're gonna make me another D100 roll. Just the modifier for the success is gonna be lower because of your debuff. So, Lance, you cover your mouth. Ah, hey, hey, look, it's me, Goku. Hey. He appears in the center of the table. Hi there. Looks around. There's a lot of you. Ah, good times. Good times. Let's. Yeah, just a second. Someone said my name. No, no. We have a thing, you and me, Edmund. He winks at Edmund. For everyone looking at it, it is the same like the pygmy earlier, except it is ball of shadows. It has yellow features of its mouth opening and closing dramatically, and yellow eyes. Its hands, just again, the little pygmy like arms and little feet that it has. Happy birthday. That's why we get the birthday cake. Yeah, I like to be chaotic like that. It's really just a name thing, but sure. Well, mm, takes it. I haven't got a dad, and I just answer your question. Am I to see you guys soon? Is that you see all eyes is fading? Am I to see you guys soon? Is that what's going on here? Hold on. You guys promise? Look, listen, I gotta meet. I listen. Look, I gotta meet Plataris sometime soon. So I really not be interrupted with that. It'd be really nice to add him to my army. Wait, Plataris? What? Really? Hold on. Can we make a promise that you'll take me to the Emerald Isles, Lance? What? He said it. He said, of course. He said, of course. He ver- Nuh-uh. Lance, you made a verbal promise with All Eyes to take him to the Emerald Isles. All Eyes will All Eyes will remember this. Looks Lance up and down. You promise? Okay, fine. I'll act like I never saw you guys. Capiche? Yee. Yeah! You really rely on me for a lot of you get out of jail cards, Lance. Like I'm just not a person to you. Yee. Yiner stands up. Yanagata goes, "Hey, look, listen. Let's not get heated over details we don't know 100% sure. Maybe you're both right in the same way that you're not looking at it in the ground. But right now, we don't have that detail. What we should be concerned about is how to take out Novus and the entity that should not be named. The last report, Juniper speaks up, that we have in this the rough sketch that I was able to pull up last night. Thank you're welcome, everyone. She pulls up a modestly drawn sketch of what she appears to be the last time you guys been to the Nelcru district. There was a security checkpoint that was broken, according to the report. There was a building where there was a large hole from the destruction of the orange pharmaceutical. There was a building called Weapons and Research Facility Animas. It was a blue building. I mean, blue in the sense of that it was a blue colored building, but for the narrative purposes, it would not have been prismatic. It would not have been prismatic. It would not have been blue, but it would have been like a dull gray color building, something like that. Sure. Yeah. So there was one exterior wall to the facility compound to the Novus building. There was three floors, possibility of basement after the sub-report. There was external generators made screaming noises question mark. None of you explored the Animus building. question mark 1 or 2 floors. That's what we have for security detail. There was a large lot that you guys fought in. One of the buildings helped you in the fight, the Orange Pharmaceutical, and then it got Edmund. Juniper looked away. So there's a large lot that we can. There's a so if there's a large lot, we can use that as a spot to mount our attack even easier. You want to ram through the front that large wall. According to what you guys saw about those walls, there wasn't much detail other than that they were 60 feet high. There didn't seem to be some sort of any barricades to prevent you from flying in. Well, no, we were saying flying. Vincent, can't you fly? Yeah, I could turn into Hell's Laugh. I could definitely bring myself and probably 2 people with me, but that'd be the stretch of my power. I could fly some of us over, sure. And Alistair, can't you use your showtime? Yeah, I could make a portal. Uh, if Falcone holds me up, sorry, if Vincent holds me up high enough, then I can make a portal and we can daisy chain it over the fence. It is 9. It is 9. It is 9 p.m. during the roleplay. It's gonna be till 12. Yeah. There's no such thing as sundown, but it's colored down because there's no sun. Yeah, I understand. Just I understood you. Got you, friend. By color down. Yo. Oh, you mean the Falcones? We're gonna have to carry again. Surprise, Victor? Well, wait. I understand you want to share that detail, but Victor, I gotta speak with you and ask: do you think the Falcones just do jobs without being paid? Ah, but sorry, I just, mm, Bishop, Father Falcone. Well, I'll take that. Falcone's got first right to loot tables. At least the first loot table that it's discovered, or a loot table of their choice. So Falcones get at least one priority of their choice. It doesn't have to be the first one, and it can definitely be the last one if you want. It all depends on when the Falcones want to, and both of them have it. That'll satisfy me. So to carry on, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to make sure I got my fairsies. It is, after all, a lot to weight you're putting on both of us. And my little brother. What, he the first time you meet him, you want to send him on a suicide mission? Thank God I have the insight of putting him in a demon armor, let alone Lance just willy-nilly summoning my little brother into death sentence. And me, I totally understand that. But my little brother, Lance? Come on. No, no, it's fair. You brought up Sangrick. There is a silvered chest that he produces, Sangrick. It's long and parasol. As he opens, there are three silver hovering orbs that hover in the air. They have several crystals hovering around them. These are three silvered weapons. They work as a manifest. You guys can manifest a certain weapon type, like a polearm, a sword, and it'll retain that form until it breaks. While it has its form, anytime you're in combat, it has the many as many charges that it has, which starts with three d12 for accuracy and damage. So every combat, when you end it, it'll drop one dice. Or you can spend the silver magic in it to drop one damage dice and to use it for silver magic. You can, of course, use the silver weapon for all three charges. This silver weapon is unique that it can be put into your inventory. It is not a relic. In a week. Oh, yeah, well, yes. Yeah, if he used the silver weapon, yeah. He could get a silver garrote. Ooh. Well, hold on. I gotta confirm if Kalis wants him to carry that silvered weapon. After all, he has a. I was gonna hold on. I was just gonna say that you have a connection with Red. Yeah, you see Falcone reach for it like, you know, probably not a smart move. Being a demon and all. No, I think I'm a demon. I, it you can hover your hand over it before grabbing onto it, so it is not wasted. Because once you touch, it needs to be manifested. But you hover your hand over it, and you can see that your greenish aura, because of your blessing, Druid Heart, you can see that it ripples across the silver, and it kind of like dances in between each other's color. It seems to be in unison, so it doesn't seem to be causing any issue for you. Yep. Yeah, Sarek was the one yeah, you're the one who brought it up, so it's yours. Yeah. Wolf raises his paw. I can take one. Wolf offers to take one. Wolf reaches over with his paw and grabs the center of it. It transforms to two knuckle dusters that are etched with large claws exaggerated from his forearm, like Wolverine. The last weapon. What? I'm gonna go on foot and fight with you. The hell? Sorry, Cyric, what was your weapon? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry to skip over that. I apologize. What's your weapon? Okay. You want more time? Take your time when you give your medicine, and we'll wait for you to respond. And you guys can continue to debate if you want for the last silver weapon. To who to go who. Because Edmund can also take it. No, he said no, he already said he already felt like he had enough firepower. That's a fair option. The only other thing I can think of is since also Victor's going in, Victor could also take his silver. He could create a mimic of his weapon to his legendary. You pass? All right. Hey, just shooting ideas. Sorry. So the so the only two people then would actually three people would be Alistair, Alistair, Juniper, or Yanagata and Lance. Yeah, it's a weapon construct. So the argument is that Juniper can use it for a ranged option for backup. Yanagata could use it because he doesn't have a lot of the firepower underneath his hood. Lance can use it because he's a frontliner. And there's also Alistair as another final potential. He has his own magics and he has his own portals. We'll let him do the final decision for Alistair, and Cyric already has his own silver weapon. So overall, do you feel that giving the priority to the frontliner is more important or to the backline? Because think about it, if Lance and group, right, say something fights Vincent, Lance, and Victor, and is strong enough to take all three of those guys to a bad spot, having someone in the background with silver ready to go into the fight to provide backup and like a healing, because it can be used as a healing item too. So that's another option. Because then if it's left in the hands of the fighter, it's going to cost a decision to use. You would risk then the van being attacked prematurely or something happening to the van before someone can use it. It would be better if it's already used with someone. Wolf already has the claws. Yeah, information regarding Porto Novus was not too keen in giving me information. He insisted that I made a deal with him. For those not aware, Lance harbors Porta Novus, an artificial AI of Novus that was created before the real Novus died. It is sitting in West Bay and has no way to get to the spiral net. Wolf takes out from his pocket. Hold on. He takes out a small disc and produces a miniature disc. He's given me this specific program on a disc. He said that I must put it in a terminal. I can fulfill my promise to him. Portonovus gave me the information. I know what sort of medicine and material I will require. I also have studied how to make it, what materials I'll need, and all of it is required in the Nelcru district. He said that it was a program executable. I did not know. I didn't. He did not tell me the details of the program. We should wait. We're also over. I know. We're gonna welcome back. Admin Evie stepped away for a bit. I think Kalis is still here, but Evie stepped away. Are you still here, Kalis? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I well, I'll put Juniper down as highly suggested. We'll let uh, Evie be the breaker. I don't think there's any other details other than that there's the district, there's a plan, and that we should all get going there and have the role play at least there if we're not going to start. I apologize to you, Kalis, about the lack of dice rolling. I hear you loud and clear. I am wrapping it up. I'm sorry. Yeah, so all the objective's clear. Go into the Nelcro district, try to break in, use the door knocker as best of your abilities. Lance, Falcone brothers, Cyric, front line. Everyone else, back line, keep them safe. Falcone and brothers and Lance can't handle it, and Cyric can't handle it. The back group's gonna come up to support it. There's Juniper with silver weapon, and the front line has another silver weapon with Cyric. We'll have two frontliners with silver weapons, Cyric and Wolf. Okay. Yeah. Well, Wolf would disagree. He is going to join you to the end. He needs to see that the facility is destroyed after what created him can't create more. He has to be sure of it. That's the long term short of it. No. Just for the sake of briefality. No. Everyone, we're getting ready to get the fuck out of here. The last thing I need to do is the pygmy needs to make a 1d100 roll. I'll roll it real quickly to make it quick. He has a higher percentage to come back alive. The pygmy does come back. Sake of briefality. Yeah, tough place. Tough as a nut. Holy shit, it was like a fortress getting in there. The only little bit of information I can give you is that place is like a fort. I'm talking. They got everything locked up real tight. Uh, Cameras everywhere. It looked like there was two people at security booth. I didn't get too far. I got as far as that, and they almost spotted me. There's a security checkpoint. All right, good luck. And the pick me fucks off just for briefality. So HP and AP, right? To who? So, so Victor, you're getting another set of potions. I'll update your. I'll. You can help me. You can help me either update your sheet or I can update it for you. You can decide. I'm writing the note down though. Continue, Danny. Okay. So not admin then. Okay. Yanagata. You gave one set of each. So Victor got one HP and AP, and then Yanagata got one HP and AP. So you gave two away, two sets. How many do you have remaining? Okay. So you who are you gonna give the third one to? It's two items. Yeah, it's full. He'll have to change some things out. So just take out two items, and I'll squeeze the item later. But right now, yes, I'm writing it down. Yes, your mom's cooking is a full heal. You receive your mother's cooking. It is a full heal for HP and AP, and it has two uses. Yeah, one use per battle. Everything's packed up. Don't worry. I have it in inventory. Don't worry. He doesn't overtake it. No. Just leave your equipment behind, Lance. We're already behind schedule. The pygmies are already here. We should get going. Yes, we'll just leave it there. Whatever. Any other items anyone wants to give each other? And so the van drives off towards the Nelcru district. Again, briefality, just skip straight to the Nelcru district. You guys are at the entrance of the Nelcru district, and the most important bit I must say is that as you drive towards the very top of that hill, you guys can see down that there is an impossible darkness that surrounds the entire facility. It's completely shadow based. We can end here. I just need to know what's your approach before we enter Velcro, because now you guys are actually entering. You're all assumed to be in the door knocker, which is now this modified tank, because it's literally the treads. It's obvious it's a lot heavier than it was last time. Last time you could see into the compound. Yeah, great idea. I like that. I'm gonna give you an advantage for the next battle. You take out your sim. No, that's why not? I like that. That's why I'm rewarding it. Good. I like the noted detail. You pull out your anima cell phone. Sorry, you pull out your cell phone, and you definitely do see that it is manipulated by the anima force, as your reception's going from good, great to shit constantly. It's in a constant throttle of it. And Kalis, I'm gonna update what kind of values those values those HPs give you, okay? Because I didn't say what kind of values, but we'll hand it. Yeah, yeah. You guys do actually see the familiar entrance to the check area though, the security entrance. That is not surrounded. It does check out what the pygmy said. But if you can see that, and that's what the pygmy saw, then the pygmy didn't get too far. A security checkpoint, tons of cameras, a security checkpoint. But you guys can see the checkpoint from where you are. How we're how we're gonna approach this? Yanagata speaks up, holding the car. It's called the door knocker for Lance. She's also mounted with a she's also mounted with a turret. We can't really go subtle, can we? Juniper looks concerned. Wait, Alistair speaks up. Was Alistair there for the last time? What the hell's a fear of the dark? That that's not pleasant. I don't like that. So back to our approach then. I think we don't have stealth in our choices, do we? Yanagata speaks up. There's one other option. Diplomacy? Talk to the security? What, Dunkwa? No, the door knocker's been modified. No, it's not Novus you're worried about right now, is it? Now, getting past the checkpoint's one thing, getting into the building's another thing. We're talking about the checkpoint right now, Danny. Focus on that. You don't need it full of Novus right now. You're fooling its checkpoint. They've never seen they if they've never seen it, if they've been reported about the door knocker, then they've only seen the last model you were in. You have treads now. You have a different turret. You're a completely different machine. You could try diplomacy. Lance is not even the one driving. It would technically have to lie on Yanagata. He's the driver. Okay, so it's option. So between three options, and I'm gonna leave you guys to vote to it. Uh, Try to stealth through using anima powers to accelerate fast enough through the gate without being caught. Ramp through it without regard and fight with the consequences and fight through the security. Diplomacy at the gate. If it fails, fight through the security anyway. One, two, or three. Well, you know this is a security checkpoint. It's whoever's there. Yeah, the pygmy at least told you there was a checkpoint. There was two people there. He said. Okay, one for three. Well, any other? I need everyone's vote. So one from Loon, three. Okay, diplomacy option one for three. So you're in favor. You're in the favor too. Danny's in favor too. Evie, three. So Kalis, you cool. So the majority votes in diplomacy. Yanagata looks concerned. All right, fine. I'll do my best to buy some sort of fake story. I can use my detective skills to cover up with a fake story, but a tank's really gonna be hard to sell. Okay, guys? Yes, I no, I'm gonna tell him we're here to pick up a friend from the beach. I get it. They're gonna have other questions. He's gonna have two charisma checks. If he fails one, there's still a chance he may not botch everything. If he fails both, you guys are gonna be like noticed. Like, wait a minute, you guys look kind of weird, kind of deal. Uh-huh. Nope, wasn't handed to him before we got here. Too late. No worries. No, I no totally get what you're saying. Totally get what you're saying. Unfortunately, wasn't given to him. Can't do it. So yes, he's gonna have diplomacy option. He's gonna have two chances. If he succeeds both of them, you guys get a great success. Good success is on a one half, and if he fails both, then you guys are detected. Let me move you guys to approach Nelcru and give you guys a better view of what you're dealing with. I'm gonna have you guys. Sorry, that character sheet got in my way. Uh, you should see something familiar. As you guys, so Steiner drives slowly up to the checkpoint. There is a literal checkpoint. You can see that there's a thingamabob there. He pulls up. Juniper sits on the turret, on like the underneath the turret, so like where it's hanging and whatnot. Yada Gada waves. Hi, gentlemen. I am I'm here to pick one of your friends up to go to the Emerald Isles. Why? The security guard looks. This man, with very white colored face. He's got this weird thing going on with his neck. You guys can't really make a heads or tails about it, but it doesn't look right. Why? The person repeats. Uh, hey, look, like I said, I'm here to pick up a friend of yours for the Emerald Isles. And he rolls a charisma check, using his expertise in detectivehood. He notices a pattern within the conversation he's having. He knows that there's something weird with the person he's having a conversation with. I am here to see someone of really. There's someone really important, but I didn't get their name. I'm like a taxi service. Novus? Do you know Novus? Novus, yes, I do know Novus, yes. Yeah, listen, follow me, buddy. I'm here to pick up Novus to bring him to the Emerald Isles. The chauffeur. Why would Novus require such heavy ordnance? Uh, he's a very important person, and I want to make sure he's safe. Detecting voice pattern. It starts to scan Yanagata, and he's nervous a bit. The DC is a bit higher. He rolls for his detective hood, and he gets a moment that we'll deal with later. No, can't deal with it now. I'm on a yeah. I'm gonna write it for later. Yes, he does trigger a celestial moment. No, actually, he has one tile. Sorry, he needs three. He's an NPC. So Yana. So he's one tick. He needs two more. I have already written it down. Back to the roleplay. Scanning. Affirmative. It sounds close, plausible. That explanation. Wiring phone call directly to. One moment, please. Yanagata says, relax. Maybe we'll get through. Well, we don't know what's gonna happen. All right, he bought the story, so maybe he's able to convince Novus. A few more moments pass before finally the figure returns to the screen to you guys. Uh, I'm not gonna make any rolls. I'm just gonna blurt the detail out. Anyone looking over the side of the car would notice that. And this would reveal to you guys, to the person. So, do you guys want to see this detail? But you're stake losing your stealth. No, you're gonna lose your stealth. You're gonna lose your stealth, but you get the detail. Hurry up. Okay, so the detail passes by. So May returns back to the seat, sits perfectly. So I have confirmed you are authorized and allowed to enter. Please proceed. And like that, the drop opens. Yanagata looks over at Lansing team. Uh, do I drive forward? Are you sure? Once we go in, that's it. He begins to gas in and drive into the facility. You guys feel an entire sense of dread as you drive past the threshold of the checkpoint. A chill goes down your spine as it finally clink behind you. When you drive up to this portion of the Nelcru district, one second, you see the following area. Yep, they are light fixtures. Nelcru district, you notice, has metal flooring. You see that along these light fixtures, these are hung on massive, black, imposing walls. In front of you, you can see that there are several pillars that seem to keep the ceiling above you, and when you all look up to see, it's just more darkness. You can see that there is also a large gated door. It has an intricate design on the front of it, and it remains shut. It is also encompassed around its perimeter a large encompassing shadow. In your inventory slot, because it's not a. Oh, it is a relic. Ah, fair enough. It is a relic, Danny. Well, anyway, moving past it, you guys have managed to get yourselves into the compound. How you proceed forward, we can stop here and you guys can take your time planning, or we can continue forward to try to get roleplay into combat so we know combat's going for the next session. So up to your choices. What then? Oh, the cyborg. I mean, he had like this metal tubes coming out of his neck. I've never seen anything like it. It like kept his head in place. Yeah, we'll stop here then. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna call it for the stream. Sorry. No, I'm